Alright, here is today's project. As you can see, I've got a little bit of rust here behind my wheel well on the back of my car. A little bit of rust that's kind of ate through there. There's like a panel that was like here from the factory, and it's fallen off, and as you can see some of the insulation that's inside there. So I'm gonna create my own fix. I've done one of these rust fixes in the past on an old beat up truck that I had, but I'm going to try it again and give you an idea as to how to fix some like inner fender well kind of rust areas and the parts that you're going to need in order to do this fix. Alright, I got some, this is just a piece of metal that I picked up at Lowe's for about $1. As you can see, it's not all that thick, but it doesn't really need to be. I'm just trying to keep the water on the outside of the wheel well without it getting back inside here and creating even more of a rust area, because any place that water pools, it'll start collecting, it'll pool and create more rust. So I got this piece for $1. I got some Bondo for about 10 bucks, some undercoating to spray over it once I'm done, a little bit of sandpaper to rough up both sides of this, front and back, one to where the Bondo will adhere and the other one for the undercoating to adhere, and some basic Bondo spreaders. So I'm going to rough this up with some sandpaper, and then now there goes my paper, my bags there. Go pick them up in a minute. Rough them up and get this started and fixed. Got a few screws here to kind of hold each one of these on there, so it will hold on there pretty easily whenever I put the Bondo on. And yes, it will hold, because I've done this in the past with some other vehicles that have had some issues like this. It's not the perfect fix, you know. No, it's not welding, but then again, I don't have a welder out here, so I'm coming up with a simple solution that anybody can do. All these parts here ran me about $25, and it will certainly stop the spread of the cancer. So move on to another step and show you where I'm at from there. Alright, here it is test fitted. I think I'm going to trim off a little bit right through here where this little ledge comes out with just a marker. One of my son's Spider-Man markers here. Just take and mark it there, and then pull it back out and trim it to length. And then just put a little bit of Bondo on the back side of this here and place it in, and it'll hold obviously with this here, so I may not even need to put them screws in there. That and the Bondo will certainly keep it from moving out of place, especially once this is trimmed out and not kind of pushing it out any. As you can see, it's got a little bit of an area that's pushing out, but that's the only spot that I've seen that's really causing me any issue. So yeah, I'm going to pull it back out after I mark it, and then give it a quick trim with some scissors. This stuff isn't very thick, but it doesn't really need to be, because I'm going to put the Bondo on there, then spray it over once it's all dried with some of the rubberized undercoating, just enough to keep the rain flowing off of it, that and the water and snow and ice and all that junk. So alright, pull it back out after I mark it, and then trim it, put it back on. Cool. Alright, I found something to mix the Bondo on. I'm going to mix this up real quick, slap it on the back of here, and then put it on there. Got to make this quick. This stuff sets fast. There it is, all applied. I'm going to put it on there real quick before it sets on there. That way it will start sticking on there and won't have any issues. So this is how you spread it on there. Just spread it on there real quick after it was mixed up, and now I'm going to set it in there and start another video after that. Alright, well, here's what I got on there right now. No, it's not pretty, but then again, this isn't going to be an area you're going to be looking at that often. You can put this on the outside of your car. However, I would suggest, like, say if you had like a rust hole here on your door or something like that, which a lot of old trucks and cars sometimes get that, take the panel off and slide it in from the inside. You know, take the panel off on the inside of your car, and then put the panel on like this side, and then Bondo over the top of it and smooth it out, feather it out, and then paint over top of it. Which is an option, you know. I mean, it's a cheap option. The other option is take it to a body shop and spend the $500 to $1,000 plus that you'll wind up spending, plus the days that you're not going to have your vehicle, and on top of that, your car rental. So I like my $25 fix. Again, it's not the prettiest. The Bondo is starting to set on there pretty hard right now. I got a few more minutes to wait. I'm not going to sand it out. I mean, there's really no point. I am just going to spray the rubberized undercoating over top of all this area in here, and kind of just hide some of the rust and get the water to drip off without it creating any more rust areas. So yeah, this is a quick, easy fix. I'll show you what it looks like once we're all done. Sorry for the lengthy video, but I want everybody to get an idea as to how to do this fix. And right now I'm not too disappointed with it. I'm actually kind of pleased. I've got it to where it's not going to come off. That thing is not coming off there. So you do not have to worry about that thing ever popping off. And I didn't even have to put any screws on it. That Bondo is pretty taut stuff if you put it on there thick enough. Yeah, once the undercoating is on there, won't have any issues. May not even notice it that often, especially since this isn't going to be an area that you're looking at very much, and I will show you what it looks like once it's all done. So if you do have any questions with this fix, just leave me a comment in the comment section down below, and I will do what I can to help you out and get your rust area fixed. If you don't like it, like I said, take it to a body shop. I'm sure they'll love to see you. Alright, let's see what it looks like once this undercoating is sprayed on there. I'm going to spray it on both these rear wheel wells, as both of them have a little bit of rust. This is a 12-year-old vehicle, and it's been through some Indiana snows and ice. Kind of has these kind of issues there in the Midwest. That's why they call it the Rust Belt. Here in California, it's not so much of an issue, but you do have the ocean as well, since I'm only maybe half-mile from the ocean now. So, alright, next step, spray it with the undercoating. Alright everyone, here it is, all done. Gotta let it dry for a little bit more. Sprayed on a couple coats here, letting it finish drying with the rubberized undercoating. As you can see, you stand back a little bit, you can't even hardly see it, you ain't even going to notice it. It's going to keep the rain out from inside the cabin and keep any more rust from forming. I got the rubberized undercoating all underneath there, and sprayed inside the wheel wells, and any more rust from forming due to the fact that the water is now going to run off a lot easier. There's the patch panel. It will not be coming off there. The Bondo is very hard and secured on there, so won't have to worry about that anymore. I also did my other side. I guess I'll show you that as well. Check out all the national parks that I've been to. Yeah, by the way, thank you, Washington, for shutting down the government. Now I can't go to any of those places because all the national parks are shut down. Anyway, enough about that. Here is this side here. I've put the rubberized undercoating up and down through here. Kind of got an area right through there, but I didn't bother patching through that. That's just goes right to the outside anyway, not to the inside. And the rubberized undercoating is starting to cure through here as well. So if you have any questions, let me know. I will answer them in the comment section down below. And pretty quick tutorial on how to fix a rust spot that I had back here. Thought I'd show everybody how I did it. You may have other ideas, and if you do, I would love to hear them. Again, I did not have a welder, so I had to improvise with what I could easily and cheaply access in this worked out perfect, as it will not be coming off there, and the rain will now flow off there easily. And I think I'll probably have to do it on the other Aztec down that way too. My other Aztec got the same issue right there at the same area. But that's the nice thing about having two of these. I can diagnose one by looking at the other if I ever have any issues. So again, good luck with your fix. This is how I fixed mine. It seemed to work out good for me. Can't hardly see it once you're back here, huh? Cool. Alright, stay tuned. Boys, Redneck.